G'day Sylvia and Mick, it's Jace here from Adelaide Vehicle Centre. Finally get the chance to do the video on the Isuzu D-max for you. So I'll just go over the car a little bit more in depth, running through all the features and the condition that it is inside and out. I'll show you underneath the motor, underneath the car, go over everything I possibly can for you, just so you get a good idea of what the vehicle is, obviously before you come down as well. So I'll get started for you. Starting off nice and easy, we get your 5-speed manual gearbox here, which is a handy thing to have. We'll get that head unit replaced in the middle here, so that way you can have your reversing camera as well as the camera connected to the caravan as well. Handbrakes just here, and then you got all your 4-wheel drive options just below it. So you got your 2 high, your 4 high, and your 4 low. So obviously your 2 high is your normal driving around terrain, and then you get your 4 high, which is on your hard rocky surfaces, and your 4 low if you want to go do any beach driving or anything like that. So moving on through here, so you got 2 cup holders there. It's even got the cigarette ashtray thing in there, so this hasn't even been used. Comes pretty standard in these cars. Moving in there, you get your center console box just in there. 12-volt power source just here, so you can hook up your phone or CB radio and things like that too. Moving on up to the aircon, really easy. So you get your fan speed just here in the middle, your temperature gauge. I'll check that one for you just to see if it's pretty crystal clear. And then obviously where you want to select it throughout the car. Yep, so that one's coming up nice and cold, which is good. It is pretty hot down here today, so it's quite nice to have that one. And then you got your air intake, in and outside intake, and then you also got your rear demister button just there on the left there as well. So I'll turn that down a little bit. Standard head unit that it has in, so it's got its Clarion head unit with your USB and FM AM radio, as well as your auxiliary and USB just there. Moving on over to the steering wheel here. So on the steering wheel, you get your cruise control options. Just like you said, that's really handy for yourself, obviously, when driving and towing the caravan. You got that one there just on the right. Your windscreen wipers are here on the left, and then you get your indicators and lights just there on the right hand side. Like to keep you hydrated in this car, so they've got cup holders hidden throughout the vehicle itself as well. On this side here, you get your window selections as well as your window locks and central locking, and then down the bottom there you get your mirrors to move them, your trip gauge as well as traction control just underneath there. 5-star NCAP safety rating, so you got airbags fitted throughout the car. Obviously you got your 2 in the front, and then you've got your current airbags, if you can see that one just up there, as well as the ones going through the back as well. Nice little hidden compartment here too to store some things, and another 12-volt power source just there. Then you got your dash port, obviously your glove box in there. I just pulled out the books and everything to have a look at the service history for you. Great service history. So originally from Lease Plan Australia, they've serviced it every 10,000 Ks. Always, so you got one done there at Isuzu. Then you got some engine placed there. Where's that one? Auto Service Centre there. You got this one here. So serviced every 10,000 Ks. Seems like Woodina Auto Services was the main one, right at the end there. So it's had its first one done at Isuzu's, obviously. Then it went from, and then it stuck with Woodina. So you can even make a phone call to those guys, and they can even give you a full printout of what they've done to the cars, which is good. But at least it's been taken care of. Then you've got the rest of the books there as well. Okie dokie, so far so good. I'll jump out and I'll pan over the interior and show you the condition of the seats, and then I'll pop the bonnet and we can have a look underneath there and see how we go. Alright. Just jumping out the car now. So, conditions of the driver's seat. Even got the airbags fitted in the seat there, as you can see. So no tears in the seats, which is good. You got to expect a little bit of wear and tear, obviously from people sitting in it and driving it, but there's no massive stains or cigarette marks or anything like that. So definitely hasn't been a smoker car, just looking at that ashtray. And then the steering wheel there. Show you the door if you can see that. No major trim wear or anything like that, or major scuff marks, which is good. Alrighty. I'll run around the rest of the vehicle now. So I'll show you down the line of the car. Like I said, it looked, from when I first seen it, it was in pretty good shape, so I couldn't see any of your minor pin dents or anything like that. Your wheel arch there, plenty of tread still on the tyres, which is good. Your bull bar here, so you got your factory Isuzu bull bar on the front, just there. as you can see there, Isuzu. Notice a little tiny bit of a scuff mark just here, but if it really annoys you, you can get it really polished out quite easily. Coming around the rest of it. A little scuff mark on the bull bar there. It looks like they've had a UHF radio hooked up to it, because it looks like they've screwed on a port just there, or obviously your aerial for it just there. I'll pop the bonnet. So here's the obviously really reliable 3-litre turbo diesel engine in the Isuzus. Actually looks quite nice underneath the hood how they've set it up, with their intake and everything as well. But really tidy underneath. And there's your big battery just there. But one thing I mentioned to you guys on the phone, here at Adelaide Vehicle Centre we have a written structural guarantee. So what that is at Adelaide Vehicle Centre we structurally guarantee all our vehicles that they've never been in an accident that could affect the structural integrity of the car. So things we look for is we have a look at the close-ups at the nuts and bolts underneath the bonnet, as well as along the chassis of the engine bay and things like that. Even inside the doors, if there's any sign of tool wear or paint missing off it, it gives us a good indication that the bonnet's been either taken off or they've had to work on it because it's been in an accident. So no dents on the bonnet, which is good. I'll show you down this line of the car now, down the right hand side. So the body of this Isuzu is actually in really, really good shape. I can't, looking down here myself, I can't pick out any dents, which is good. The faintest little scratch marks there, so you have to get right up and close and see it. And it looks beautiful with this silver as well, obviously matching to the silver tray. I'll show you in the back now as well. Look in the back seats. It's good, back seats don't even look like anyone's been sitting in them. In the back of these seats here, no tears or scuff marks from people kicking them. The trim there, which is good. Show you in the back of the tray now. Back rear tyres in good condition as well. Plenty of tread there. Here's the tray. So obviously being a tray, you got to expect some wear and tear on it. So there's a few little scuff marks obviously from what they've put in there, but it's your solid steel tray from Isuzu. So it's one of the better steel trays you can possibly get. Looking in the back here, you got your tyre down points. Comes with some heavy duty floor mats, which is a bonus. And then you can see there, it looks like they've had a fire extinguisher hooked up to it, just in the back there. Because that's kind of the bracket setup that they have there. So if you guys ever want to hook up a fire extinguisher, there you go. There's your heavy duty tow bar with your plug at the back here, just in there. A little bit dirty there, and then you get your spare tyre just under there, and that's basically brand new, which is good. And a bit of wiring system and things like that for the lights just underneath there. They connect all the way from obviously where the number plates and things will be. But running around the rest of it now, tray's not bent. It'd be pretty hard to bend these steel trays. And this back tyre as well. So a good thing is it's got plenty of tread on these Bridgestone tyres, so you get yourself some top quality tyres with it as well. I'll show you in the back here now. A little bit of a scuff mark just down there, if you can see that one there, from the trim, but nothing major, which is good. So other than that guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully it's given you a better description of the vehicle and what kind of condition it's in. I've had a look underneath myself and I can't really see much. Actually, I'll get under for you. No corrosion or rust or things like that, which is good. There obviously you've got your bash plates which cover up majority of it, but just have a look under there. Generally, if you've seen any sign of wear and tear or rust on it, you'd see it primarily on the bull bar. Look on the vehicle, and I hope you enjoyed it. As fun as it was going around and jumping underneath the car for myself. So look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks guys.